Konbanwa, Mina desu. So I'm actually not going to speak in Japanese for this video because I think it'd be more helpful if I explained the process of how I study Japanese on my own in English. This was the question that I received most over the last 7 days since I started this account. Like, how did I learn Japanese? Do you have any tips for learning Japanese? And the short answer is just anime. The longer answer that I'd like to give is a combination of listening to native speakers and active listening. So what I mean by that is you want to hear actual conversations and see like the nuances that come out when they speak. And for active listening, when you're listening to those conversations, whether it's in person or through online content or entertainment, you want to be able to take that and process it. And for me, what I did is I would watch anime, and anytime there was a word that was isolated and it was shown in the subtitles, you cannot do this with dub. And also I'm like a heavy advocate for no dubs, but that's a separate issue. So anytime a word was isolated, I would take that and I would write down how it sounded in English. So that's called the romanji. I write the romanji and the translation, aka the subtitle, and that's how I started. Started off with just words, and then I moved on to phrases to sentences. At a certain point, I started looking up the kanji. I would add in the kanji that I got from like Google Docs. I would type in the translation and match it with the romanji that I wrote, and that would be like one line. It is pretty time consuming. It got to a point where it would take 1 hour for me to watch a 20-minute episode. I've been on and off on teaching myself Japanese this way for maybe like 8 years. The bulk of all of my notes are from like when I was in high school. So it's been a couple years since I last touched them. I think getting into the habit of that gets you to recognize the different grammar structures that they use, maybe the tenses that are used, and the different conjugations for the verbs, and also the nuances between the words that are being used. You could do this with like TV shows, dramas, movies, anything with subtitles really, and then you can move on to like YouTubers, VTubers, because then that's pure listening. I notice a lot of Japanese YouTubers don't have English subtitles, so you can almost treat those as tests for yourself.